Obviously, you lose a couple of real productive guys in Kane and Cody, but it seems like every year somebody comes out of the woodwork for Busco. So who are going to be the guys that we can expect to see getting the bulk of the touches this year?
Well, we've got a group of kids that, rotated in at halfback last year. Beau Barkley, Adrian Springer, and then there's Devin Peters and Dakota LeBenz and some other kids that have some experience there. And then we're kind of, looking at Landon Harris as our fullback. He didn't get a lot of touches last year. Started as a sophomore, inside linebacker, so we didn't play him a whole lot on offense. Had some knee trouble early on and as a freshman. So we've got a group of guys that I think, with their experience and knowing the expectations, there's potential for us to have some success in the backfield. But it's probably going to be by committee more than just one or two guys this year.
A little bit of a competition at the quarterback spot right now. How is that shaping up? Do you guys have a front runner right now?
I would say we don't have a front runner. We've got two kids that we feel like are both capable, and honestly, it may come down to other positions too. If there's a need at another position that one of those kids, Drew or Sam, can fulfill, then that may help us make our quarterback decision. They both went to the Speece Passing Academy this year. Both did well. Coach Kitchen and those guys did a really good job of teaching them, the ins and outs of throwing the ball. Gave them videos and broke it down for them and really improved their mechanics of the forward pass. That we're not, we don't really do a whole lot of that, but I think it gives them confidence that when we do it, they've got the tools to do it, and I think both of them are very capable right now. So we'll see.
4 starters back on D. What's going to be the identity of that group?
Well, fortunately for us, our secondary probably has the most experience. Unfortunately, our defensive line doesn't. Outside linebackers and defensive line, we're replacing some talent there. Our secondary and inside linebackers are all back, which is nice, or at least there's experience back there. But we definitely have some big shoes to fill at outside linebacker and defensive line. We have 2 All-State kids that graduated, and that it's one thing to replace a good senior. It's another thing that a kid that's an All-State player, and Tegan Brumall was on the All-Star team. That you don't at a small school very often have kids that can jump right in and fill those roles, at least with the same consistency as what the kids before them did. So that's definitely a big concern. But I do think the experience in the inside linebacker and secondary should help us.
Competition for the top spot in the conference was very competitive last year. Now you throw Garrett into the mix. What's your impressions of how the NECC is shaping up this year?
I think Garrett coming into the NECC is very good for the league. It's a good school, good program. They got a very good coaching staff over there. I'm excited, and I do know that they're going to bring more competition to the league. We play them week 3. They're our first home game, and I think that it'll be good for our kids. Our kids know Garrett kids, and I think that they're so close to so many schools in the league that I think having them back is going to increase the competition and get some of those old rivalries going again. That we haven't played Garrett since 2004, and I remember playing them when I was in high school, and they were good at everything they did, and I think that it will be no different with them moving back in, and I think it'll make it a more quality league.
Obviously, with Churubusco, it's always about the run game. Coach says this year he's really expecting it to kind of be a running back by committee.
Yeah, I mean, along with the wing tee, we rely on the run, and it's just what we've built up. It's what we work to be. Busco is known as the running team that throws the ball 3 times a game. It's kind of who we are, and we just people expect it. So,
including yourself, I mean, what's your impression of this crop of guys that are going to be carrying the football this year?
I mean, it'll be a lot different. We'll be smaller, but we've got some experience. We've got some guys that rotated in last year. We've got a returning starter at the wing. We have some experience, but I think we'll be all right.
Defensively, you guys do lose a couple of key contributors from last year, but what's going to kind of be the identity of the defense this year?
I think it'll be the front guy or the guys up front, like always. The teams that we play mostly run anyways, so I think it'll be the main guys. And then our linebackers, we've got a couple good linebackers, and we've got some new guys at the OLB position, and then our DBs are just going to have to step up and make some plays.
It was a great race for the conference title last year. Now you throw Garrett into the mix. How competitive is the NECC going to be this year?
I mean, it's always competitive with. I mean, everyone's chasing us. Like we've been at the top for a while now. I mean, Garrett's a good program, and it'll be tough, but we just need to keep working at it and keep getting better.
You guys are still thinking W?
Yep, always.